What is going on, guys? Good evening. I wanted to say this story that I just heard from my grandma. So we were out to eat, and my mom said that she used to take a horse buggy to school. And so I wanted to hear this from my grandma's point of view, like what was this like? How did it go, etc. And she said, quote, "In the early years, yes, we took a buggy to school." And I was like, "Well, who drove the buggy? Did you do it all?" She says, "Oh no." She said, it was almost like a bus, like a school bus would pick her up. And she said, like, they would go around their little community because it was a farming community. And whoever put in like the best bid would be the one that would take the kids to school. And so this little horse-drawn bus actually could fit like 15 people in there, she said. A lot of people could fit. And it's really cold where I live. This would have been in like the northern part of North Dakota, close to Canada. And I said, geez, like, wasn't it really cold? Because it's cold in winter, and school's during the winter. And she says, oh, no, it's not. She said, there was actually a stove in there. And so she didn't really know how it got heated or whatever, but I looked it up and it's probably coal. And they like basically bolted the stove into the buggy so it couldn't, fall over and stuff like that. Then they had to keep feeding it coal to keep people warm. But yeah, as far as plowing the roads and stuff, I don't know what happened with that. Because there would have been a bunch I should have asked her that. Yeah, oops. Next time I speak to her, I'd like to know, like, so who did the road plowing? Because these were really rural roads. I don't think any cities were even there to do that. So I don't know who took care of that. Maybe they did it in their community, and I don't really know. Because keep in mind, this was like before the time of cars. Okay, that's why they were driving a horse buggy. I mean, cars existed, but they didn't have them. So yeah, she's from I think 1935 or something like that. And so yeah, this would have been in the 40s. So crazy stuff, guys. Just not that long ago, people were doing this kind of thing. Then when she grew up a little bit more, that's when they got a car and they took the kids to school that way. So just thought that was a crazy story. I'd like to know more about the road plowing. While I'm here, I asked my grandma once, I said, what'd you do to pass time? And she said that when she was a little girl, she would shoot gophers, and you could sell their tails for like a quarter or a nickel, probably. I think a nickel. You could sell their tails for like a nickel. And she did that as a little girl. So pretty funny.